cover this on my handout, and then you cover Avasta.
All right.
So let's go to my handout, page 13. So look at this chart. If you see the word full goes down on the diagonal, then we see 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot goes down on the diagonal, 2 feet, 2 feet goes down on the diagonal. You see how on page 13 of the handout, the title is Graha Drishti, Aspects of Planets. So do you see how there's how that's graphed out? Can everybody see the little system in that chart? It's an important thing to understand. So this is called Graha Drishti. Last week we learned Rashi Drishti. With Graha Drishti, there's 4 types of aspects. There's the 7th house aspect. I just covered that up. So there's the 7th house aspect. There's the 3 and 10 aspect, aspecting the 3rd house and aspecting the 10th house. So let's say Saturn's here. Saturn can look at this aspect, the 7th house. Aspect means to look. So he can look at the 7th, he can look at the 3rd and the 10th, he can look at the 5th and the 9th, okay? And he can look at the 4th and the 8th. Those are the sets of aspects, the ways to look. Now, every planet has these aspects, but they have them in a different proportion. Saturn has full aspect on the 3rd and the 10th, and the 7th. All planets
on the... Does it have to be in the 1st house? Do you have this?
No, wherever he's placed.
Okay.
He aspects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those 3rd and 10th, from wherever he's placed, he's aspecting looking at. He's also aspecting these other places, but not as much. Okay? When we look at Jupiter, Jupiter has full aspect on the 5th and the 9th house. If you look at Saturn, he only has, it says 1 foot or 1/4 aspect on the 5th and 9th house. Do you see that? Only 1/4. But Jupiter has full aspect on these houses. Mars has full aspect on the 4th and the 8th house. These need to be memorized. These are very important to memorize these numbers. And all the other planets, their full aspect is only on the 7th. So if we calculate the aspects from this chart right here, Saturn has aspect on the 3rd, the 10th, and everything has aspect on the 7th. Okay? Then we see, now Rahu, Parashara doesn't say, but the general use is to use the same as Jupiter for Rahu. So the 5th and the 9th, as well as the 7th. So Jupiter is aspecting what houses? Rahu. Rahu's aspecting 5th and 9th from him, which is what house? In Amit, we're using Amrita Ananda Mayama's chart.
5th and the 1st house.
The 8th house because
Rahu.
it's the 5th from it, and the 12th house because it's the 9th from it. And he's also aspecting the 10th because it's 7th. Okay? Moon. Does the moon have special aspects?
No.
So it only aspects one place fully, which is where?
2nd.
The 2nd house because it's 7th. Okay? You with me on this?
Keep on going on.
Okay, because this is an important one to understand, because we're going to start talking about aspects just, you know, in general. Now, what I used to do when I first started studying, I would sit and I'd make a chart like this, and underneath each planet you would see E plus F equals N. F plus F equals GF. Friend plus friend equals great friend. And then you would see you'd see Rahu nice and big there, and then you'd see a little Rahu in there, aspect. Little Rahu aspect. I wrote in the aspect so that I could see with my own eyes where he's aspecting. So a general thing to start practicing, to know that he's looking here. When Rahu's looking at the moon, he's causing problems to the moon. Because the moon is in Amaji's 8th house, aspected by Rahu. So that means Rahu, Rahu's not a nice planet. He's a planet that causes, a little bit more mix-up of things. So he's messing with this moon. He's also messing with the sun and Mercury.
Why do you see that aspect of Rahu?
5 and 9?
She has both of her luminaries in Marna Karpasam.
Yeah.
And
But is
Saturn too.
Yeah.
Is it opposite
Well-
with Rahu or?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Okay, so moon aspects here. So this is the 2nd house. So the moon's not in a good placement, but at least it's taking care of the 2nd house of sustenance. It's looking there, so it's making sure that that's being taken care of. So it's blessing the 2nd house. Okay? If we look at Jupiter aspects what houses? Why don't you go, Jane? What houses does Jupiter have full aspects?
I'm trying to find where you are on the page.
Yeah, just go look at that chart. What is Jupiter?
Yeah.
Just look at that chart, Jupiter.
Okay.
Where does he have full aspects?
Okay, right. Thank you. In the 5th and the 9th.
5th and 9th. So here's Jupiter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Jupiter's aspecting Saturn in the 1st house. So he's taking care of that Saturn. He's making Saturn behave a little bit better. And the 9th house, right?
Mhm.
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's also aspecting the 9th house, giving blessings to all her students. Because 5th house is students and children.
Mhm.
So she's taking care and giving the Guru's blessing to all her students and children. Ketu does not have any graha aspects. Okay? It has no head, it has no eyes to see. It represents moksha, liberation. No desire. We go up to Venus. Does Venus have any special aspects?
No, so no.
No. So it only aspects the 7th. What's the 7th from Venus? Jane, what's the
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. The one in the bottom corner. I thought it was the next one.
No, this one.
Okay.
Count Venus. So Venus is there. We say so that's 1,
Mhm.
2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. Count the house it's in.
Okay.
It's an inclusive count. Okay? So Venus is only aspecting the 5th house. So again, both benefics are showering blessings on the students. So the students of her are all happy. She might be suffering, but her students are all happy. Okay? Because they're getting both Venus and Jupiter. They're getting the comforts of Venus, the support of Jupiter, blessing them, because it's aspected. Then Mars. Mars has special aspects?
Yeah.
What are those special aspects?
Okay.
She's the beginner, so we need everyone else.
Oh, the 4th and the 8th.
4th and the 8th. So 1, 2, see I count it? 1,
Mhm.
it's there. 2, 3, 4. So it's aspecting the 2nd house. So it is going to cause some problems there. Mars shows aggressive energy. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's also showing energy to the 7th. So there's some aggressive energy happening here to the students.
It does, too.
Uh-huh. So Mars is also aspecting there. So aggressive energy happening to the students.
How
Sometimes
come it
she
does
is
the
mean.
7? It's
All
affects
planets
them.
aspect
Okay.
the 7.
Right.
Some just aspect the 7. And then 8, right? Because it has a special 8th aspect. So that's her enemies. So fire, she's burning up those enemies. And this is also your bad habits. So Mars is burning up those bad habits. Okay? Then we have the Sun. Sun have any special aspects?
No.
I don't think so.
So where's it aspect then? It's only one aspect.
Where it is?
All planets aspect
Oh,
the
7. 7.
So where is that?
It's
I'll pick on you next week.
Sixth
Yeah. Sixth house.
Sixth house.
Yeah.
And what about Mercury? Any special aspect?
No, I don't think so.
So where's he aspecting?
Seven.
Which is which
Mm.
house?
Same.
Same. That's right. So this is aspect. Now aspectual strength here.
So aspectual strength is, let's take a look. So,
Yeah.
planets that are receiving aspects from benefics,
Okay.
this is page 9. Receive strength. They're enhanced, basically. So, the benefics are Jupiter, Venus, a waxing moon, and a benefic Mercury. That's a well-associated Mercury. If they're aspecting the planets, they are enhanced. So let's say a debilitated moon, and it's receiving an aspect from Jupiter. The likelihood of that moon being in Scorpio is lessened. Yeah. So now if an exalted planet is receiving an aspect from a benefic, it's even going to be that much greater. Yeah. So, like for instance, in her chart, she has an exalted planet in the first house, right? Saturn in Libra in the first house. That's Marnakarkasthana, even though it's an exalted planet, but it's receiving an aspect from Jupiter. So Jupiter is protecting her physical body by receiving. I mean, it's probably not gonna prevent her from experiencing whatever hardship she's experienced in her life, right?
So
But that's tapas.
So the malefics hurt the house and take away strength. Benefics add strength. That's the key. And Jupiter and Mercury get extra special strength in this bala. The aspect of Mercury, of Jupiter, or the own Lord give extra strength.
Jupiter, Mercury, and own Lord.
And own Lord. They
Which
give
bala
extra
is
strength.
it? I'm not with you.
This is Drik Bala.
Oh, we're still on that
Drishti,
one?
yeah.
Oh.
We went back to that.
So that's 4 out of
Do you mean Jupiter, Venus,
Jupiter, Venus.
or Jupiter, Mercury?
Jupiter, Mercury.
Oh, Jupiter, Mercury, not
Why
Jupiter,
Mercury?
Venus.
Read the Shadbala chapter.
Mhm.
Jupiter, Mercury is what he says. And Jaimini repeats that and says Jupiter, Mercury.
So sometimes Mercury can be malefic.
But
This is natural.
aspecting a house, he's going to support that house. In general, the own Lord aspecting supports it by protecting. Mercury, by aspecting, gives the skills that needs. And Jupiter aspecting gives the resources, the monetary support.
Mars there is aspect in its own house, so her resources are protected.
Are protected.
Yeah.